Right, guys, welcome to Duality 7X. We'll just give it about a minute or so. All right, guys, about another like 30 seconds or so, and then we should be good to go. Just gonna turn that down. So while we're waiting here, this is our second live stream. We're doing it kind of back to back. I was hoping to actually just do like a regular video for you guys today, but we're going to do another live stream. I mean, it gives us good practice, gives us an opportunity to kind of get well acquainted with the controls and the format. I mean, it's a little different than shooting our regular videos, and then I have the chance to go back, edit it, put it out there. This is a little different, right? So that said, um, there's a few different stories I've been kind of following that I wanted to share with you guys. Obviously, we're just coming off a fight weekend. MVP Promotions with Jake Paul and Nakisa Bidarian. They just had their first MMA pay-per-view event. Well, I won't say it was pay-per-view. It was actually on Netflix, but I think it was a big success. It was a pretty good card. I was very impressed. There was some amazing fighters. Really good card. The format was really good. Apparently, some of the fighters that were interviewed also said that Jake Paul and his team took very good care of them. I mean, the whole premise of this was Jake Paul's wanting to give back. He wants to give back to the fighters, more importantly, and he wants to be able to put out some really good entertainment for everybody to see and watch and enjoy, right? And at the end of the day, it's really about enjoyment, but at the same time, I mean, hats off to the fighters, for putting their bodies on the line week in, week out, just to try to entertain us. I mean, at what cost, right? These poor guys are out there. They're putting their health, they're putting everything on the line for our entertainment. But I think what Jake is doing is it's a good thing. I mean, if he is all about wanting to make sure that the fighters are remunerated and compensated properly, I don't see that as a bad thing. I mean, it's healthy competition for the UFC, but nonetheless, we'll definitely have to see how it plays out. Because one of the things during the event, if you guys were watching, Ariel Helwani kept pressing Jake Paul and asking him, "Is this a one and done event, or is there more to follow?" And I mean, Jake Paul was a little reluctant with sharing that information, but then he openly said, no, there's going to be many more events to come. And so that's exciting. So we'll see how that plans out. So speaking of Jake Paul, I kind of wanted to get into my first little tidbit here, first story that I kind of wanted to share with you guys. So Jake Paul, apparently, when interviewed by Ariel on the MVP Promotions fight card, he was talking about his potential return. Now, whether that's to the boxing ring or in some other capacity, we'll see. I mean, right now he plays a business owner, he plays an entrepreneur. I mean, he's a guy who wears a lot of hats. But apparently, Jake Paul did announce that he's been cleared from his doctors to move forward and compete in the octagon. Now that is huge, guys. I mean, when we think about Jake and we think about all that he's done, there's been a lot of speculation as to whether or not he's going to be able to continue. So very, very interesting. And I mean, oh, I think we lost our feed there for a second, guys. My apologies. The controls here are very, very touchy, so sorry about that. There we go. I think you guys can see it properly now. So that said, if he is coming back to fight in the boxing ring, fantastic, great for him. I mean, if you guys remember, it wasn't too long ago, but I think it was December 19th. December 19th, he took on Anthony Joshua. This happened in Miami at the Kaseya Center, and Anthony Joshua, as you guys know, he came off of. I mean, he didn't fight since getting knocked out by Daniel Dubois, and he took like 15 months off. He came back. I mean, the whole thing was it was actually supposed to be on November 14th. Jake Paul was supposed to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, and Gervonta, I mean, he was a current WBA champion. but there was a 70-pound difference between these two guys. And even in the pressers and in the um, different events that these guys went around and talking about their potential fight, you could clearly see Jake Paul was towering over Gervonta Davis. He looked bigger. He looked even stronger. So everyone was kind of curious as to how that was going to play out. But then I mean, Gervonta's girlfriend, apparently there was some new allegations that came up. Gervonta was essentially taken out of that fight because of some serious, egregious allegations that his ex-girlfriend had made towards him. That opened the door for Jake Paul to go and hunt and look for a new potential candidate, a new fighter. And in the mix of all these different fighters that he was kind of interviewing and talking to, or if you want to call it negotiating in the background, Anthony Joshua came out, right? I mean, this Anthony Joshua, former two-time world heavyweight champion of the world, he's a towering figure. And obviously you guys know how that played out. For Jake Paul, it didn't end up well. He lost. His jaw was broken in two places. I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal. And then, of course, he's just recently starting to, like, I mean, he's been healing and healing, since then. And now he feels pretty confident that he can come back. But the question is, again, is he going to come back in a boxing ring, or is he going to come back in the octagon? And we've never seen him in the octagon. I've never even seen any training videos of him training with any MMA fighters so, I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to see. But yeah, he's, apparently the doctor said that he's cleared to start sparring now in about 2 to 3 weeks. And yeah, I mean, this is big news, guys, because up until Saturday night, the thoughts on Jake Paul coming back were very, very slim to none, because there was a lot of people talking about how, after having gone through double jaw, like surgery for his double jaw fracture that he suffered against his knockout against Anthony Joshua, that he'll never be the same again. And he even said that, Jake Paul said this, that there's a chance that he may have to retire and he may not even be able to come back and fight. So that's pretty scary stuff. So we didn't even think he was going to return. The fact that he's talking about being cleared now and saying that he can return, I mean, that's pretty crazy
okay, I'm
stuff.
back.
Like MJ.
I'm cleared. I'm cleared. 2 to 3 months, I'm cleared to start sparring again. And so I'm going to do MMA. I'm going to do an MMA fight for sure.
Next up, is that what you want to do?
Not next. Going back into boxing, we will see. There's a long list of opponents out there. But just going to get slowly back into training and figure out when I'm going to make that return.
We've got two fighters that are pretty familiar with your boxing prowess tonight, that being...
Yeah, so, I mean, it seems like he's pretty confident that he can return. And if he does return, there is another chance that, there is a slight chance that he might even come back in the octagon, or he might actually fight in the octagon. But first, I think he's going to come back and he's going to box somebody. Apparently, he's got a long lineup of people, or a list of different fighters that, who knows, for all we know, they might already be speaking with them. And so that's going to be interesting. So anyways, more news to come on that. Will Jake Paul come back? Will he not? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments, guys. Let me know. So let's take a look here. There's another one here I wanted to talk about. So you guys, during the MVP fight, we watched Nate Diaz take on Mike Platinum Perry. And it didn't end well for Nate Diaz. In fact, it was brutal. It was brutal. At first these guys started off very strong. It was looking good for both of these guys. Nate Diaz, classic. He's got MMA experience. He's got boxing experience. I think he was a former, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was a former Golden Gloves champion, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But if that's the case, then yeah, that's yeah. I mean, he definitely has some boxing skills. We've seen it. We've seen how he's been able to fight with a lot of these guys in that kind of format. But I mean, after the fight, after that brutal loss against Mike Perry, I mean, he was bleeding. I think he had several, if I'm not mistaken, he had several cuts to his head, several cuts to his head, and it wasn't good at all, guys. I mean, it was pretty scary to watch at times. And even after that slugfest, people were talking about Nate, maybe it's time that you hang up the gloves, and that's it. You know, there's nothing wrong with Nate walking away from his career. He's done everything that he had to do. He's got so much fortitude. This is a guy who can withstand some of the most brutal onslaughts. I mean, a couple times he almost got knocked down, and he's still standing up. He got a brutal knee to the sternum area, I mean, any other person would have gone down like a ton of bricks, but Nate Diaz is just built of steel. I mean, I don't think they make him like like this guy, and his brother Nick is pretty damn tough as well too. But yeah, and you can see some of these pictures are just absolutely brutal. When I talk about a bloodbath, it was a bloodbath, guys. I mean, it was a violent, violent beatdown. And I mean, there's a lot of, and so, I mean, again, if people are talking about Nate wanting to retire, here he goes, after during the post-fight, during the post-fight presser at the MVP event, Nate told everybody, that I just fought the most violent. I can't say this, guys. I can't repeat these words online, but maybe next time I'll run it a little harder and I'll get the job done. Maybe I don't fight the most violent. Maybe I fight the second most violent. The show goes on. I don't have a checkout time. This is forever. So clearly, there's nothing within the fabric that makes up Nate Diaz that says that he's going to walk away from the sport. He's going to stay strong. He's going to continue to press forward, and he's gonna wait till the next opportunity comes his way and go from there. There was a point, and it was really gross, like in the ring, in the cage. I mean, here you have Nate Diaz covered in blood, and then Jake takes a little bit of his blood off of his face and he wipes it underneath his eyes. Like, I don't even know what Jake was doing, if that was just a moment for him. God even knows. Anyhow, guys, it was absolutely brutal. So that's that. Uh, Chris Weidman, and Anderson Silva apparently might be talking about coming back to do a trilogy fight. And so this is very, very interesting, guys. I mean, these guys are unbelievable fighters. I mean, these guys were the elite echelon of fighters. I mean, Anderson Silva was such a legend. The Spider Man, he continues to fight. He, even at his age, it's absolutely incredible. So yeah, they're looking at doing something. So Weidman's going to be competing at the Real American Freestyle Wrestling event at RAF 9. That's going to happen on May 30th, so in a couple weeks' time, and so that's going to be interesting. And yeah, and they're already in talks, I guess, with one another. Their teams. I'm talking about Anderson Silva's team and Chris Weidman's team. They're in talks about possibly doing a trilogy fight, so that's going to be really interesting. And I mean, one can only guess what's going to happen. So apparently, Anderson Silva was saying that he had like 31 surgeries apparently, um, and if he is to come back. Yeah, if he is to come back, then it's got to be a lot of money. So at the end of the day, this is all going to come down to dollars and cents, right? As I mentioned, Chris Weidman's going to be competing at the RAF 9 on May 30th. He's going to be taking on Kobe Covington. Wow. That's going to be a great wrestling match. So Chris Weidman saying that he feels that he actually owes Anderson Silva a fight. He says it seems like the All-American is more competing with Silva under boxing rules. So they're going to be boxing. And when asked, when interviewed, Weidman said that I feel like I almost owe Anderson that. I mean, the Anderson fight, having the opportunity to fight him so early in my career, he could have said no to that fight. So he gave me an opportunity, and now Weidman saying he'd like to repay that favor to Anderson Silva and give him that opportunity. And it seems like both of these guys may potentially be interested in fighting one another. But again, I think it's going to come down to how much money we're talking about. If it's good money, I think Anderson Silva is going to definitely take the offer. And if it's not to his liking, we're not going to see this fight happen anytime soon. I mean, 31 surgeries. I can only guess what this guy had to go through. That's absolutely insane. In other news, May 23rd is going to be absolutely exciting, guys. I can't wait for May 23rd. So next weekend, we're going to see Alexander Usyk taking on Rico Verhaven. Now, Rico Verhaven, if you guys are not familiar with Verhaven, this guy is a kickboxing champion. Yeah, we got a kickboxer who's going to be fighting a boxer. This is going to be absolutely intense. This is like, I can't even begin to tell you. And what's crazy about this event, this is going to happen live in Egypt. But get this, guys, the backdrop of the fight is going to be the pyramids of Giza. The pyramids of Giza. Like, wow. Like, these two, like, behemoths are going to be locking it down right there in front of the pyramids for the world to watch. And look, there's been a lot of speculation about Alexander Usyk. I mean, Alexander, what a champion. I mean, he's a unified champion. Recently, he had to let go of his belt. That was a WBO belt, but, you know, he's hanging in there, guys. And there's a lot of speculation around Alexander's career, how long he's going to continue to fight, because there's talks, there's people actually saying that there's a possibility that Alexander might be retiring soon, and he's got maybe like a few fights in him, and then that's it. There's even talks about him potentially facing Wilder. So if he takes on Deontay Wilder, I mean, that was one of the fights that he wanted to do. Wilder fought Chisora. The Bronze Bomber ended up beating Chisora in that fight just recently. That happened in London, and now Deontay's name is one of those names that are kind of in the mix potentially as another future opponent of Alexander Usyk. But right now, he's got to go up against this unbelievable kickboxing champion, Rico Verhaven. And Alexander Usyk, his record speaks for himself, guys. 24-0-0. That's absolutely crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. Daniel Dubois, as you guys know, Daniel Dubois recently fought. He beat Fabio Wardley. That happened in Manchester just recently, and that was also another bloodbath. Daniel Dubois ended up winning that, but, you know, Daniel Dubois has fought Alexander Usyk twice now, and both times he lost. So Daniel Dubois' name is also kind of one of those names that are kind of coming up as well as a potential opponent for Usyk. I think with Dubois, I mean, he's a big boy. I think with him, it really comes down to his mind game, right? His mindset. I mean, within the first 10 seconds of the fight between him and Wardley, Wardley caught him with the over right hand, and down went Dubois within the first 10 seconds. And the irony is, the fight was actually labeled as the don't blink event, and literally you don't want to blink. But yeah, it was absolutely crazy, guys. Within the first 10 seconds, and then he got up, he beat the count, and then he went down again. He took a knee, and then after that, just something switched. Dubois went to his corner, his team started talking to him, and something happened within that conversation, and his just mindset just shifted, and then he just exploded on the scene, and he beat the snot out of Fabio Wardley round after round after round. He won by TKO. It was absolutely crazy. So if we do see I mean, depending on how this fight goes with Usyk and Verhaven, there is a possibility we might actually see an Usyk versus Dubois, potentially, maybe Deontay Wilder, or maybe even another fight between him and Tyson Fury, potentially. And nonetheless, guys, it's going to be pure entertainment. On that card, on the same card that's going to be featuring on DAZN, we're also going to see Hamza Shiraz versus Alen Begic. Now, Hamza is a guy that I've been talking about for quite some time. Hamza Shiraz is an incredible fighter. I remember his fight against Carlo Berlanga, and how, like, look at this. Hamza Shiraz is 22-0-1. All right, and he's only 26 years old, 6'3". So he definitely has about 4 inches on top of his opponent, and his reach is 75 inches. We're not really quite sure about all the stats related to Alem's stats, but I mean, 93% polled feel that Shiraz is going to win this fight, and I agree as well too. I mean, that fight against him and Berlanga was absolutely incredible. I'll see if maybe I can even bring him up here. I mean, look at that. So yeah, Edgar Berlanga. Sorry, I kept saying Carlos Berlanga. My apologies. He fought Edgar Berlanga. I don't know where Carlos came from. I don't know. See, I'm drinking hot water, guys. I should be drinking some kind of coffee or tea right now to kind of get my brain going, but apparently it's not working. But Edgar Berlanga's, I mean, what a fighter. This guy's phenomenal. Such a young, talented fighter. But the way he got dismantled, it was absolutely insane. I mean, they fought for 5 rounds, and within the first 17 seconds of the 5th round, that was it. It was game, set, match. And Hamza Shiraz won by TKO. Unbelievable. Prior to that, he had a split decision against Carlos Adames. A lot of people have been talking about that fight. A lot of people feel that should have gone to Hamza Shiraz. And then, I mean, just prior to that, it's just win after win after win. And what an incredible fighter. A lot of people are talking about touting Hamza Shiraz as the next great fighter. I think it's going to be good. And you know what's going to be really interesting about this fight against Alem? This one, if I'm not mistaken, is this for the super middleweight championship? I think this could be for the WBO super middleweight championship of the world. And I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hearing. And if that's the case, yeah, I'm going to lean towards Hamza Shiraz to take care of business. And if a title is on the line, then he's going to win that title. So that's going to be interesting. For WWE fans that are out there, guys, if you guys are into the WWE, if you guys have been watching it, actually, if you were watching the Ronda Rousey fight, you know, the MVP card that happened this weekend that I've been talking about all this time, they interviewed CM Punk. CM Punk was in attendance, and CM Punk knows both ladies. He knows Gina Carano. He knows Ronda Rousey. He knows them very, very well, but he was there to support Ronda Rousey. And CM Punk called it. They asked him, how do you think this fight's going to end? And he's like, in Ronda Rousey fashion, she's going to win via an armbar. And that she did, guys. It was absolutely crazy. But we're not talking about Ronda Rousey here. There's talks about the possibility of Baron Corbin for a potential return to the WWE, right? So this guy used to be a former United States champion. But if you guys remember, he was released by the WWE back in November of 2024. There was a number of different talent cuts that were happening around that time. His name just happened to be one of them. He's been continuing to fight in the independent scene under the name of Bishop Dyer, using the nickname Nomad. And apparently there's an opportunity for him to potentially come back to the WWE. So that's going to be pretty good. So we don't know if it's a done deal, but yeah, I always found him to be entertaining. He was a pretty fun guy to watch. I mean, this guy also has a professional football record. I mean, background as well too. So it would be nice to see him fight. So yeah, these are the fights that are coming up, guys. This weekend, we got the Glory in Giza boxing event that's happening that I was talking about with the co-main event featuring Hamza Shiraz versus Alen Begic, and then the main event with Alexander Usyk taking on Rico Verhaven. And that's for and the WBC title is going to be on the line, guys. This baby right here is going to be on the line. So it's going to be interesting. And then the following week, there's going to be a number of fights. We've got UFC Fight Night in Macau. We're going to see Song versus Figueiredo. That is going to be crazy. And we're going to see what Davidson brings to the table. But Song, man, this guy is just a trooper, man. This guy continues to fight. He's battle tested. He's tried, tested, and proven. Good luck. Good luck. My favorites on Song on this one. But anyways, guys, that's it. That's all I wanted to kind of chat with you guys about. I wanted to bring you up to speed with a few different things. I've got today's video was actually supposed to be about Conor McGregor's return tomorrow. I think we're going to see that video. So if you guys have been following this channel, you guys would know that I've been talking about the return, the possible return of Conor McGregor, and then there was some leaked rumors about, or leaked news about, Conor McGregor coming back to fight Max Holloway in their second fight, and it's been confirmed. And how was it confirmed? Well, this is where a lot of controversy and drama kind of kicks in, because during the MVP fight card that happened this past weekend, just before, or sorry, during Francis Ngannou's fight against Philip Lins, that's when Dana White came out to do this big announcement. It was online. You could see people on their phones while they're watching the fight, and they're in the stands watching their phones, because it was breaking news that the Notorious One has inked a deal with the UFC to make his return comeback, and he's going to be taking on another legendary elite fighter, and Max Holloway, and this is going to be the second fight for these guys, so it's going to be really interesting. I think it's a great matchup, but it's a very risky matchup. I mean, especially when you're trying. Conor McGregor has been out of the scene for quite some time, guys, and to bring Conor McGregor back into the folds of the UFC, where he's going to be fighting active elite fighters, he's definitely going to have a lot of cage rust, definitely. So you would want to ease him back, I would think, right? But I mean, throwing him against Max Holloway, that's no easy task. I mean, I think it's a bit of a risk, but it is what it is, guys. And so we're going to see how that plays out. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this content, please smash a like and subscribe. I apologize sometimes these live events, these live streams, I'll try to hopefully get it to the point where it's a little bit more smoother. We're getting there, and it'll take some time. But nonetheless, I appreciate your guys' support. Without you guys, I couldn't be able to do this. But definitely, if you want to support our channel, there's many ways to do it. You can sign up for a membership. There you'll get exclusive content, behind the scenes access, some videos that I'm going to be posting there that you're not going to be able to see anywhere else. And there's also going to be some other, live stream for fight night events that are going to be happening that I wanted to do as well for our membership, for our viewers that are signed up as members. We also have super chats. You could always come on here and you can chat. I see there was a couple chats here. You can do a super chat on here if you want to support our channel. No problem. I think that's great. And then there's also a hype button as well too. You can hype this video, and YouTube will boost it out to other people as well. And but yeah, guys, we also have a store. So if you guys enjoy the merchandise, if you guys like our logos, and if you want to rep it, that would be the biggest honor for you guys to wear this kind of stuff. I mean, the logos are cool. We had so much interest when we went to Japan, people asking us about the shirts, where they could get their hands on them. Well, now you guys know you can definitely get it here. So guys, thanks again. Please smash a like and subscribe, hit the notifications so you guys never miss a beat. And I look forward to catching you guys in our next video. It's not going to be a live stream, but it's going to be tomorrow, and it's going to feature Conor McGregor and his return and his fight against Max Holloway, UFC 329. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the day. We'll catch you guys at another time.